So today we'll be testing some of the craziest Minecraft myths I've found on the internet. We're going to see whether or not they're true or if they're truly just an internet myth. We have myths like, can you survive fall damage using a bow? But we are saving this for last, so stay tuned. Before we get started, hit that subscribe button so you never miss any uploads. So our first myth of the day is creepers are afraid of cats. This means that they will try and avoid cats at all times. So to test this, I grabbed a cat spawn egg and we were ready to go. And as you can see, I spawned a cat and yeah, the creeper started to run away, so myth confirmed. I wonder if there's some sort of lore reason for why they're so scared. Our next myth states that skeletons can pick up armor off the floor and use it for themselves. Now I was pretty confident that this was definitely true, as they can definitely spawn in with armor normally. But as you can see, when I grabbed my armor and threw it into his playpen, he wasn't interested in the armor and wasn't able to pick it up. So this myth is busted. Now sticking with our good skelly friend here, he's going to be our test dummy for this next one. This myth states that dogs/wolves will be aggressive to skeletons on sight. So I grabbed my wolf spawn egg and was ready. Yep, as soon as I spawned him in, he was ready to end that skeleton without any question. So myth confirmed. I guess this does make sense. You know, dogs, bones, it adds up. Next up is a fun one, and I guess pretty practical in a proper survival world too. This one states you can use a shield to block explosions. So firstly, I grabbed some flint and steel and tried it without a shield. You can guess how that ended. And it took half my testing area with it. So after I fixed that up, it was time to try with the shield. So again, I lit the TNT, this time cowering behind my shield in fear. But to my surprise, I survived without a scratch. Can't say the same for my testing area though. Myth confirmed. The next myth says you can use a fishing rod to pull mobs towards you. So I grabbed my trusty fishing rod and ran to the first target I seen, which was this horse. And as you can see, yes, the fishing rod was able to pull him towards me. But I also found this cow, so he also became a victim to the fishing rod. This myth is confirmed. This next one I was the most excited for, as it would have the most beneficial effect in survival. It states that using a fortune tree pickaxe will grant you more XP than usual. So we all know you get XP for mining the likes of diamonds, coal and redstone, and also receive a lot more ore if we mine it with a fortune tree pickaxe. But what about the XP? Did we get more of that? To test it, I grabbed a normal pickaxe and mined the ore. I got exactly 1 level. Now I had to reset my level, so to the high jump it was. When I respawned, I grabbed the fortune tree pickaxe and mined the ore. This time I surprisingly got less XP. Now I think the XP drop may be random, but this certainly tells us we don't get more for fortune tree. Myth busted. This one's a bit weird, not gonna lie. It states that you were unable to place torches on glass. Now I had a gut feeling that this was untrue, and after grabbing my torches and easily placing them all over the glass, this myth was busted and I was questioning who the hell came up with this and why. On to the next. This states a compass will always point towards your bed. Now I never really used the compass, so I was intrigued. First, I had already slept in this bed, but set my respawn by interacting with it just in case. But after walking around the bed a little bit with the compass out, it's clear that it's untrue. Pretty sure it's pointed to my original spawn point instead. Myth busted. The next myth says you can use a lead on boats. I've actually never tried this, so I grabbed my lead and a spawn egg for further testing and started with just the lead. And yeah, I was easily able to use it on the boat. But to make this actually really useful inside normal Minecraft, I next tested to see if it was possible with a mob in the boat. So little piggy here jumped in, and yes, I was still able to. So this is so helpful for transporting mobs. You can even take them on first class flights. Myth confirmed. If you're enjoying this video so far, I would greatly appreciate if you could drop me a like. So moving on to the Nether section of the video, our first myth states that a Nether portal can be as big as you want. Now to my knowledge, a Nether portal could be a maximum of 23 by 23. So to test this myth, I built 2 portals. One 23 by 23 and the other 24 by 24. I grabbed my obsidian and flint and steel, and the 24x24 portal was first. I placed the missing block and tried lighting the portal, but no luck. So I tried the 23x23 and boom, that worked. So myth busted. The maximum nether portal can be 23x23. Now that we are in the nether, we have 2 myths to cover while we're here. Starting off with this myth, it states we are able to place water in the nether if we use a cauldron. We have all been screwed trying to place water in the nether when we first started, as it instantly disappears as it's placed. But anyhow, I grabbed my witch's cauldron and my beautiful bucket of water, and to my surprise, it worked. I was able to place water in the cauldron and even pick it up after. Myth confirmed. Now you guys might have to help me in the comments with this next one. It states that beacons can work in the nether. So optimistically, I grabbed the beacon, diamond blocks and some ore, and began to build a fully powered beacon. After I got done building it, I placed the beacon, I put in my ore and tried powering it up. It sounded like it worked at first, but I realised I got no effect. So I tried again, but still nothing. It seemed a little weird to me, so maybe you guys could test it yourselves and let me know how it goes in the comment section. Myth sorta busted, I guess. Now back to the overworld for the myth we've all been waiting for. Again, it states we can stop fall damage using a bow. At first, I think I took the myth the wrong way. I grabbed the bow and began my ascent of the ladder, which took a while, but once I got to the top, I seen the good luck sign and knew I was gonna need it. This first attempt, I tried to stop the fall damage similar to the MLG water bucket we all know and love. So I dove off and tried my best to place the bow and also enter it before hitting the ground. After failing miserably, my next attempt had the boat where I left it. And I dove off again and tried entering the boat before hitting the ground. After failing again, which was becoming a bit of a trend, I tried a different way. With confidence, I grabbed the bow and headed back up one last time. I felt my brain switch back on. And this time, before diving off, I got into my boat and rode my way off the edge. And as you can see, it finally worked. I survived. Myth confirmed. And that's all of our myths for today. They were really fun myths. Some made more sense than others, but I bet you guys have crazier myths. So drop your favourite Minecraft myth in the comments. And drop a like if you've made it this far into the video. And oh, you should definitely subscribe so you can catch my next video. See you in the next one.